Hi guys, and welcome back to the Raid series season 3. It's going to be a totally new format. We're trying new things on the editing side. It's going to be a complete playthrough from day one, week one, starting on a new account, standard account, and we're going to be playing all the way up until the cap container. The new structure is going to be very simple. We're going to be playing just like normal, getting everything done, but as well as that, we're going to have themes for each week. Initially, the themes are going to be, there'll be a tasking week, there'll be a looting week, and then there'll be a PvP week. And we'll just cycle through that. If we want to adapt it or change it in the future, we'll go with that. There will be tasks that we'll try and get done as we're doing the PvP and looting, but the main focus of those weeks is to try and teach you guys different methods of each of those things and to reanalyze the strategies that we do whilst going through that. So if you're new to the Raid series, welcome. I've done season 1 and 2 before. Feel free to go back and watch it. You'll actually get to see some of the ways that Tarkov has progressed as a game. But we're trying to up our ante every single time, so it's in the highest quality possible. So anyway, guys, without further ado, let's crack straight into it. Okay, first screen you're going to see is you pick language. English for us. Most silliest was what we used last time. Let's go with something a little bit different. I was going to hide it last season, but I didn't. Let's go with, I like the cultist theme. Let's go with something cultist, like Billy the cultist. Last time, my main account's Kevin the cultist, just so you know. Anyway, Billy the cultist. Now, there is actually a somewhat of a difference now between Bear and USEC. The USEC actually start with M4s now, whereas the Bear starts with AKs. If you've got an Edge of Darkness account, I'd highly suggest going USEC. If you want that little bit of extra bonuses, because there is some cool stuff that you get from that. You get, I think it's like an AVS rig. A couple of the rigs are actually, in my opinion, better. And when you're on a standard account, it's not as big a difference. We're going to go Bear just because I like to mix it up. And I want to see the clothing for Bear as my main account as the USEC. But there isn't a large amount of difference besides the voice lines. Now, this has changed though. You now can pick the faces of how your Bear looks, but you can't change it. So once you've done it once, you can't change it. So including the voice line. This guy looks like he's the most lost, and that's probably us. So let's go with this one. All right, cool. So first things first, if this is the very first time you're playing, you'll have to examine all the items. The easiest way of doing that is pressing your mouse wheel down. I'm not going to try and dumb this down as much as possible, but I still do want to give out those cheeky tips. So if someone is new at playing the game, they'll know. So if there was any items here that we hadn't seen before, we would press mouse wheel down like this and examine the items. Now, I'm going to quickly go through particularly the armor and the guns. They're the ones you want to know, you want to have examined straight away, because if you don't, then when you go to loot something really quickly and you're in a rush, that's going to make it really hurt for you. So usually I would highly suggest, personally, I'd highly suggest examining everything. But just for our sake, I'll just do meds and guns and armor, which we've already done the armor, so it won't take too long. As you're going through each of the traders as well, you should actually go and make sure you accept any quests. Now, Therapist has shortage for straight up. You do need to find 3 fine in Raid now. Some of these items as tasks have changed. Debut, the shotguns don't need to be found in Raid, so when we can unlock Jaeger, we should take advantage of that. As for like servers and that, for me this time through, I'm no longer in Europe. I'm back in Australia, so I have to film all this stuff in prime time hours. Otherwise, you guys will see a lot more quieter raids. So I can't film any of this in the morning. I'm going to try my best to get really far ahead early in the wipe, and so then that way you've got hopefully the most similar experience to what you guys have, because I think in the first season, towards the end in particular, it got a little bit quiet on some of the servers. Oh, one of the other things you should also examine is magazines. And the reason for that is if you don't have the magazine examined on a gun that you pick up and loot, you will not be able to reload. And that can cost you dearly. So honestly, I think you should just go and examine everything. But magazines would be a definite starting point. Now, there are some new exciting guns. We've got all the Vector and all that. We will be using them a lot. The SMGs, particularly early wipe, have been absolutely owning people. So definitely keen to take advantage of that. And SMGs are probably going to be the meta for a while. I feel like it's because they've made some more adjustments to how recoil works. It's actually a lot weaker than before. I feel like most people are going to be trying to use their SMGs a lot earlier on. Cool. So now this is our starting gear. I think there's no other task we can accept yet. So that's level 15, level 2 for that. Now at level 2, we can actually unlock, I think introduction gets started as well. So you can actually unlock Jaeger very early on now. All right, cool. So this is our starting gear. I'm actually wanting to mix it up a little bit. I know this is, it's so out of the whack for me on how I would normally start a wipe, but I actually want to go reserve first. And the reason for that is I want to hit those filing cabinets hard and try and get the keys early on and just some items that we can use for our hideout. Speaking of hideout, we do have 500,000 rubles. There is a start of the hideout that I think you should definitely do. It's security. It should go security, then generator. Then you want to go med station. We will fully max out this hideout, by the way, and see how we can make Salewas. So what we need to do is we need to put the fuel in that we've got there, and then we'll craft the first Salewa. Now we need to get 3 of these for the quest, or 2 of these for the quest. Which was it? 3. So if we want, we could literally get this quest done without even leaving the menu. Hour and a half it would take us, but we'd get 3 of those done. I don't want to spend all the money just yet until we actually have some money. Now, the flea market isn't opened up until level 10, so we need to take into account that. The last thing I want to show you guys is I want to go over all my settings currently. So this is how I've got it. It's totally up to you how you want to do it, but nothing too crazy here. This is my graphics settings. I've pretty much always left it like this. There's been very minor changes over time. Post FX. Now, this I've actually learned a little bit more about. I still like my settings like this, but if I'm using a night vision, I'm going to disable the post FX because a lot of the glare happens when the post FX is on. As for sound, I have binaural audio on. It is better when it's on. However, at the moment, the game has it turned off by default. So even if it's ticked on, it won't work. And the only changes here is my discard key is no longer, it's not delete, it's U. And I have the compass set to I believe. At least on my main account, I have it set to I. Yeah, it's still here. So compass is I. That's the only thing. Sensitivity 0.38. I believe my DPI is 400 or 600. I'm using a Logitech G903 mouse. I honestly don't know. It's when it's got those 2 lights on like that. All right. So whatever that is, I'll find out and we can let you know in a later episode if you're really that keen. As for the rest of this loadout, I'm going to get rid of the bear hat. I don't see the purpose in taking that. For meds, I like to take my meds inside here. And I'm happy with that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sell that hat. And I do believe that these helmets are worth it, particularly early white. Whole white, really. And we're going to go in like this. I'd rather PP19 early on. And what you can do, I don't know if it's still available. I don't, it's still there. Sweet, this site right here. Bam. We're now cooking with petroleum nitrate right here, guys. There's nothing to worry about. So, like I said, we're going to be going into reserve, but PP19, Cobra site. 10,000 rubles for this site goes on a PP19. You can't buy PP19s until Prapor level 2. You can do the barter trade. Don't waste your time with it. Prapor level 2, you can buy PP19s, and I love them. That's honestly, it's my favorite gun in the game. And it has been for a long time. As for the rest of this, I think that's going to be it. We're going to jump into a reserve raid first, and we'll see how we go with reserve. I think that's probably going to be our best bet. You can switch the guns being folded or not by pressing your mouse wheel down on. And our objective is literally just to get some items together and just see how we go with like honestly, get some XP, get some items together, and that'll be about it. If we can get a couple of keys early on, that'd be sweet too. I don't want to rush into customs and try and get these PMC, these scav kills, because until we get the shotguns, there's no point getting those scav kills. And I think this is, in theory, this is how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go reserve, get 400 XP hopefully by just looting, and then we'll unlock Gunsmith Part 1 and Introduction. And then once we unlock that, we're gonna go into Woods We're going to unlock Jaeger. Once we unlock Jaeger, we'll have the shotguns we can buy. And then we have that quest done. In the meantime, Slayers will be crafting in the hideout. And we might find some as well. All right, guys. So, yeah, let's jump into our first raid. Now, we will be insuring through Prepper. Actually, no, we're going to be... Ooh. Do we want to insure through Prepper or Therapist? Therapist has 7 days. Prepper has 3. I think the reason the difference is I generally sometimes go a few days without doing any filming. And I don't want to lose insurance. I'm going to insure through Therapist. If you're a casual player playing once or twice a week, Therapist is the way to do it. Let's go. All right, so for our first raid, we're going in reserve. The objective of this week is we're going to try and get our questing done a little bit. So we're going to be actually trying to grab a heap of items that will get us for our questing. The main reason behind that is I want to try and get us to level 10 as quickly as possible. So hopefully within 5 hours, I'll have us at level 10. And we can, like I said, 5 episodes is 5 hours, just so you know. I'll have it with us at level 10. And then next week we can push into PvP and we can... Sorry, next week we'll go and make money. And then the week after we can get into the PvP. All right, so this here... I'm going to go down. I'd rather work in the shadows right here. Now, that saves have been buffed. The average save makes about 45k. That Christmas ball is not there for long. It's only going to be there for probably another 3 or 4 days. So we don't need to worry too much about that. It's just a Christmas bonus thing. Bolts right now are honestly selling for like 60,000 rubles. It's so ridiculous. Yeah, I want to get us to level 10. So questing's going to be the way to do that nice and quick. I'm literally just going to be looting everything I can that's of use to us. We're going to play a little bit slow and methodical. A rule that I have if you're new to the raid series as well is I don't do night raids unless I'm wearing night vision. And that's to stop... That's to help prevent... what's the wording? That's to make it so it's a more enjoyable experience for you guys. Now, underneath in the bunkers, this bunker's got a couple of key spawns and stuff, and we'll be looking at those. There's actually an extract in this area once the power's been turned on. But the main focus is for us is actually going to be to push into where the bunker system is. We want to check those filing cabinets. And also we're going to check the crates. That reflex light actually goes on this. If we want to actually do a bit of insurance fraud already, we totally could. We'll just chuck this sight. Just chuck this sight in here. And we'll get that back from insurance. Now, closing these doors will help prevent people thinking that... Will make people a little bit more complacent. Gas analyzer is a big find. Big find for us. It's the first quest after the Salewers, and it has to be found in raid. So we need 3 in total. And that's for sanitary standards. SSD sell for a lot of money to Peacekeeper at the moment. So what we can do there is put the SSD there. Oh, flash drive, big win there too. Whew. All right, so we need 5 flash drives in total, but 2 early on, 1 for Skier. So The one thing I actually did notice that we're missing right now is we don't have any heavy bleed like tourniquets and that. So corrugated hoses are selling for a fortune. You need them for the hideout and supplement for a quest. They're worth about 100k right now on the flea. Obviously, these prices will change depending on how late in the wipe you're watching this. See, we've already been in the raid 4.5 minutes. Now, we could literally just sit down here. If the power was on, sit down here and extract in 5.5 minutes time. And that would be easy little raid for us to get us under, okay, a win under our belt. And there's nothing wrong with doing that, by the way. Nothing wrong with going for that. Like the sure win. And you have to go prone to be able to get that duffel bag there. So you go prone on that pipe. Nails are used for the hideout, not for questing at all. Our space is going to be a major issue for us. An MGT on the ground there is worth a little bit of money too. Matches do trade for painkillers, but it's not worth it. So the path I want to take from here is we'll go straight down in the bunker. We're going to... Well, there's a key that we need. Oh, no, it's a different key. RBAM. All right, now we're taking that. Ooh. Bolts, I guess. Power is on already. Four minutes. What can we do for 4 minutes? Someone's already in the bunker. So if we go down to the bunker now, good chance there'll be a player there. So what we can do is... We don't have enough XP to extract. So we have to either wait 4 minutes... What we can do is there'll be more than likely a person pushing this direction. We can hold this angle. I know it seems like we're extract camping, but really we're just waiting for the extract. So what I'm doing right now is I'm listening. If I didn't have that gas analyzer on us, I'd be like, eh. But that's a big win early. So the gas analyzer, like, we'll be vendoring both these two. That's easy money. We'll probably vendor both of them too. So because we can't use the flea market yet. So pretty much those will all be vendored, and that's probably 100k right there. Quest and worth heaps once we get the flea market. Quest, solid key, very solid key, and then that sells for a lot too. The SSD bolts we need for the hideout. We're gonna need a lot of bolts. And this will easily be enough XP to get Jaeger unlocked, or we get the quest to unlock Jaeger, and so then we can go into woods after this. It's a different approach to what I usually do, and I want to do that. I want to show you different stuff. I don't want to just be like, hey, we're going, we're going to go customs like the last season and the season before. Yeah, so I want to go into woods. I want to get Jaeger unlocked. I want to get a heap of cool loot and kill some scavs there. Maybe the sniper scav, get some good loot in there. Reserves are a very rough map. Really sweaty geared players or a lot of people going in for loot. But I did think it was definitely worthwhile because some of the extracts are quite easy to use, being this one and the sewer, manhole, and there's the button too. And as well as that, the loot in this map's insane. We could spawn in anywhere. Like we said, we spawned at the top of the dome. We're able to loot up there, and then we got out of there Came down here, looted down here, and we're already a good amount of loot to extract. We'll get a short thing under the belt early, and then Woods used to be my favorite, my least favorite map. It's definitely getting up there as something I enjoy a lot more. There's actually decent loot in there. There's decent amount of cool fights you can have. Cool. I think there's one more toolkit that I missed. We could quickly check. Yeah, we did. Nothing in there. Cool. Alright. The only thing I probably should have done is check that filing cabinet in the in that office. Oh well. Now, I would always suggest wait an extra like 10-20 seconds if you can, because sometimes I've gone out like 5 seconds after the 10-minute mark and it hasn't counted. It's counted as a run through. So just give it an extra like 10-15 seconds just to be safe. Yeah. So very quiet, safe raid to start with, but that's okay. It's all right to get one under the belt. Now what we'll do, that's got us level 2. Hopefully that means we can unlock introduction. There's been a change to the quest line order, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and we can do something else anyway. But I'm fairly confident I'm right with this. And this is exactly how I started my wipe on my main account. I actually didn't go straight into like customs and try and get all the kills and stuff over there. I actually went down a different path. There it is, introduction. So find Jaeger's camp, find the message, and extract. But that's what we're going to be doing. As for this stuff, it's going to be difficult to fit all these quest items that we want in. So we're just going to try our best to hold on to what we need. And I want to vendor everything else. So anything I feel like we need, I think we're going to have to sell this stuff. Because we're going to run out of money otherwise. So I hate those headphones. So let's just get rid of them for now. And then pretend we never had them. These are worth so much more on the flea right now, but now that's what we're going to have to do. I know we've got space to hold on to them, but I don't care. So what we're going to do now is go to woods. We would be better off using a longer range gun, but PP19, Old Faithful, she'll be right. The one thing I do want to buy, I've got one here, is a heavy bleed. So these are for heavy bleeds now. We're going to go into woods. We could use our scav run here and just do a quick factory raid. And we should be really doing that to top up our cash flow as much as possible early on. Let me have a quick thing. Yep, let's do that. Let's go into factory. Let's do one quick factory run, and then just we're not in there to like win awards. We're in there to just get some loot and get out, and then we'll go from there. So if we can kill one scav or a player, grab that loot. If we see a couple of dead bodies on the ground, we'll grab whatever loot we can. We're just gonna head straight to the extract. The Ushanka helmet that we're wearing right here, we need for a quest. We need 2 of them. And that's a fairly early Ragman quest, so we will hold on to that. And pretty much the Mosin, it's a stubby Mosin. We could even take that into woods instead of the PP19. It's a decent gun for woods. And yeah, the rest of it's quite... and the press armor is a class 3 armor, so it's not a bad cheap armor we could wear instead of the Packer. Alright, so we're in really, really vulnerable... Ooh, cottage key too. So we can't just extract if we want to not have a run through, but to be honest, a run through on this would not even hurt us because we would use these items. If you want to do not get a run through on your scav, it needs to be 10 minutes in. Cottage key is good key, can make us good money on shoreline. Got two safes in there, and we need it for a quest later on anyway. Shotgun looks really nice, Mr. Scav. I think we've got to go to the office area. Well, it's ibuprofen too. For the close range, we're better off using the shotgun. Do we have to go office? We do. Alright, so we've got to get up to the office window now. There's 2 extracts. That's red blinker. The other one. When it doesn't say office window, that's the one you got to go to. Just there. Check our corners as we go up. Quick peek down the end. Second doorway, not first. And we're out. Cool. Ibuprofen there was it's a really good painkiller. A grizzly as well. Oh, we've got a grizzly as well. We've got a heap of meds. We actually need these for a quest as well. So for one of the Jaeger quests. So this is why scav runs are absolutely gold. If you have a gamma container, the grizzly is so good to carry with you early on. Cottage key we're going to need. 104 key is a decent key for customs. We've got some more meds. The shotgun ammo is not that good. The rig though is... So the armor in that is something we're definitely going to use. We'll chuck that all across. If you don't chuck anything across, you'll lose it. On a scav run, you get a free loadout, but you have to make sure you put it into your stash. If you die, you don't get any of it, obviously. But you have to make sure you put it into your stash. Otherwise, you don't get to keep it. Now, I'm going to take that Mosin to woods instead of the PP19. And then we're going to get this Jaeger quest done. You'll see me use a lot more scav runs early on while we're still building up a bankroll. And then once we have the bankroll built, then you'll see me going into... another little bug, if you want to fold something, sometimes you have to take the side off. So I'm going to take this whole rig off as well. So Mosin with the ammo in the pocket, and that's it. That's how we're going to take it. And this is how we're going to go into woods, except for I'm going to use this armor instead because it's slightly better. Plus 2 armor for a packer, plus 3 armor for the Zook. And yes. Okay, all right. Woods, the objective is to get Fallen Jaeger's camp done. 4,500 XP for that will be a big boost, and it's worth doing. So we've got Santa Claus with a... It might be... I don't know. Yeah, always use your scav runs, particularly early on when you're starting out. It's a free way to be able to try stuff out and get some good loot. Sometimes you spawn in with really good loot, so take advantage of that. All right, so you may have noticed I did take the rig off, and the reason behind that is you can load the Mosin from the pockets. So we don't actually need to go in there with a rig. We can kill someone, grab their rig, or a scav and get their rig, and then it's just free loot, and then don't have to risk taking a rig just for a looting space, you know what I mean? Like, so we can go in there and then hopefully kill someone or something. All right, so this is actually not a bad spawn for us. The item that we need to get is towards our front, just over here. We've spawned right near the old extract on, I think it's called RUAF extract. And the main extract that we can go through is through Factory Gate. It's not Factory Gate, sorry, outskirts over the other side. Or ZB014, but we don't have the ZB014 key. So we're going to head straight towards the plane crash area where the quest item is. And then we have a choice to either go through the new areas. Now, there is a big, like, compound. It's an FOB, actually. It's an FOB, forward operating base over there. That we can go loot. Or we can go out this direction into the new area. That FOB, though, has got lots of good loot. And we've got the huffing and puffing happening. All right, so we just hit endurance level 1 too. So something we're going to have to worry less about this wipe and this patch is passive skills level up a lot faster now. And on top of that, you don't have to worry as much about the health skill because strength and endurance level up so much faster. We don't have to worry about that. So there's the plane crash. And the item that we're after is just over here. There's a little sniper shack looking thing. Hide. A hide. That's it here. Alright, so that's someone walking into a landmine because I still haven't learnt the whole new woods expansion. Now, that's the quest item that we're after, introduction. And if we can get out of this raid now, that's 4,500 XP. What we're going to do now is, though, we're going to push back towards that compound I was talking about. And that's it right there. So scavs do spawn there. And players, there's a player spawn like over there, and there's a player spawn over there. So we're going to keep an eye out for any like movement in the fog in the distance while pushing up. I'm going to try and keep closest to the... You hear that? It sounded like a suppressed Mosin. In the distance. Could have been someone fighting the scavs. Oh, I missed him. Right, I'm going to run off now. We've lost our element of surprise on that dude. I'm going to hope that there's no one here. But if there is, we're going to go close quarters on him. With our pocket Mosin. So these containers haven't been opened yet. We're going to try and take advantage of that. Rain makes it really hard to hear anyone. Wilson's we need for a quest. Same with the strikes. A fairly early on mechanic quest, but they're pretty easy to get these days. Now we do need a drill for the hideout upgrade. For the stash space. Salines are selling for a lot. We do need to get level 10 to be able to make a profit out of this stuff. Now, personally, I would probably do this stuff at night. But like I said, I won't be doing any nighttime raids because I want you guys to be able to see what's going on. Okay, so apparently we're full. I kind of want to get rid of the hand drill. The coffee's not much use to us either. That screwdriver is useful. So someone's actually been in there. Our crate, see how that crate was open? That means someone's been here. Oh my god, aim pest. Right, we got him. So here's that rig I was talking about. We'll get a rig. Player or scav? Sorry about that, guys. Oh, there he is. I think it's a scav. I think. Wonder if that was the bear with the Mosin. That was a USAC. Alright, so we're going to switch over to this rig now. Quickly as we can. Couple suppressors. Alright, let's get out of here. He does have shotgun ammo, cool. We'll drink that. Keep it top of our hydration and our energy. You don't want that running out because it damages you. And it makes it so your endurance stamina doesn't regenerate as fast. And really fuck up your day. Alright, our objective is purely just to extract now. We have some good loot. We don't need to overcommit. We don't need to get like 400 kills. We just need to get out of this raid. So we're going to use our low ground to best our ability. Stay out of the major line of sight of all the players. And then get the heck out of here. This is where we shot at the guy before that was with the Mosin. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to switch out the dry fuel because I know that sells for a lot more. With the screws because we need that for the hideout. And that screwdriver because we could use that for something as well. Switch to the Mosin while we're going over the bigger gap. I'm going to walk for a little bit. Keep into the low ground. I think one of the major comments I learnt from the previous raid series is you guys like to learn my pathing. Like how I avoid fights. You guys learn a lot from that, so... I just checked there quickly for a flash drive. There's a flash drive spawn there, but we've already got one. We can probably get another one from a safe or a computer. So we're going to save up a full bar of stamina now before we do the next run. Because it's a pretty big gap. Actually, I might even pop a painkiller on the way over. Painkillers last for about a minute, 2.5 minutes. It'll pixelate the video. Hopefully it doesn't look too bad on the YouTube though, but... if we get legged right now or broke, like someone shoots us in the leg, we should be able to still run. So right now, to shoot across that water with that fog, that has to be very fucking skilled. And our main focus is to worry about the people to our right. And we're on the low ground, so we can avoid hopefully being seen by them. And you don't want to go too far. See that sign there? That means landmines. So that little square sign in the distance. Once you see this, you just go around the back of it and just head in this direction and you'll be able to get to the extract. A little comment about that, how we did that fight then as well. We heard him shoot the scav and we knew the area it was in. Instead of walking directly where he thought we were going to be, we hit a different angle. And try and use that as much as to your advantage as possible. Now, we were quite loud how we did that. We're lucky it wasn't a really good player, because we would have got smacked as soon as we made that second jump, because he would have been ready for it. But trying to come in from a different angle is always going to work more in your favor than just trying to hit him front on. Can't see any scavs in the distance. Extracting now. And Jaeger quest complete. Oh, unlocking Jaeger complete. As well as we got... we would have got some decent XP from killing a scav and a player in that. So... I'm guessing we'll probably be level 4 after we hand that quest in. That got us to level 3 at least, so... Yeah, so the quest will put us to level 4. So it's a nice little boost. And the therapist, or the Salewa being crafted in the hideout would be complete. So we can pick that one up. As for pathing, which we just went straight towards where we need to get the quest item from. We went into that compound FOB that I told you guys about, and then we just beeline straight towards the extract. Didn't mess about too much in trying to do anything extra, anything cool. We didn't try and kill half the map. A lot of people think you got to stay in the map for 45 minutes and kill everything. Nothing wrong with just killing a couple of scavs or a player in a scav and getting out. No issues with that at all. So, first things first, mechanic. We're going to hand in this quest. Introduction. We now have Jaeger unlocked. Jaeger's first quest is to hand over a heap of food that you have to find in raid. The best way you can do that, you can craft this one in the hideout, for example, the Iskras in the hideout. And you got to find the other two. But reserve and woods right now are really good for finding food supplies. Down the bottom here, we'll chuck a couple of quest items or items of value. So I want to hold on to this stuff. The condensed milk can be sold. Deep fuel can be sold. What we might do is see this rig here. Instead of actually using it, we might turn this one into a bit of a storage rig. So put all that in there for now, and then we can start storing it. Cigarettes we can use for questing. Those can be vended. That can be vended. Use that. Dog tags for now, we're just going to vendor. All that can be vended. Screwdrivers we need for a quest. That goes down there. We now have another armor. Quickly go and sell anything we don't need. So both of those could be vended. Shunker can come down the bottom. I might even use... Let's see. So I don't think I'm going to use these AKs. I just want to see what ammo's in them. If it's got BP ammo, we'll hold on to the ammo. But we'll hold on to the ammo for now. But I'm not going to use those AKs for now. I'd rather use the shotguns or the Mosins, to be honest, or the PP19. While we've got them. These Grach pistols, I'm just going to vendor all these and all this ammo. I will hold on to the ammo while we're still using the PP19. And that's the mechanic. So the order you sell stuff to is Ragman, then Therapist Jaeger at the same value, and then Mechanic. But I kind of know which ones buy which now, so it's a little bit faster for me. So this Ripstop and Fleece can probably go as well. I don't know if it just goes straight to... It does. Just taking up space there. Now this rig, we can put that there, and more quest items can go in there as we get them. So let's start with Jaeger real quick, see if there's anything we can sell here. Also, because of now that we can buy the shotguns, so we literally go shotguns, 2 of, bam, crapper, hand in, and that's the 133 shotguns done. So now we can actually complete that quest, so it's worthwhile going into custom. As for the rest of this stuff, I want to hold on to that shotgun. These keys down here for now. Was there anything we could sell? Gonna get rid of that rig. Gonna get rid of them. Iskras can be held on to for now. All the food can be held on to initially in the drink. Water's not as important because you can buy it straight from Therapist, but the food and drink will be actually quite handy early on. The reason why I'm getting rid of the condensed milk is it just sells for a lot of money for what it is. These knives you do need for a quest later on, but we don't need them right now. The money's going to be more valuable to us. And there's another shotgun. That goes there. Repair that so we can sell them. actually think I might sell... There's a lot of magazines here. It's just a lot. PS ammo, we're not going to use. If I have to use PS ammo we're only like a week into the wipe. If I have to use PS ammo with an AK, we're probably going to die. Like, you need to use BT or BP as a minimum. Like, guys, if you're using AKs with PS, if they have any armor, class 3, class 4, you're really going to struggle. So you're better off trying to use a shotgun or an SKS with PS ammo, like 7.62 by 39 PS. I'm talking about 5.45 by 39. 5.45 by 39 PS, bad. 7.62 by 39 PS, good. All right. And we can get rid of that. Another thing you can do is also sell your melee weapons to Jaeger to help level up his thing as well. And that can help increase your funds too. All right. Well, I think we need level 5 there. I want to go hideout. We're going to go med station. We're going to get that item. And we're going to start the next one after we need to buy another bandage and another painkiller. So bandage and a painkiller. Or 2 painkillers actually. Now what we can also do, and I think it's worth it, is to slowly upgrade these hideout upgrades. I just didn't want to blow like 300k straight up on hideout upgrades straight away and then be like, fuck, we're broke. But we made a fair bit of money this then, so we will be slowly working towards upgrading stuff. So for the workbench, like I said, we need the bolts and screws and the Leatherman. You can buy the Leatherman for mechanic, but bolts and screws we'll need to keep collecting, and they're really expensive on the flea market right now. But as for this episode, guys, that's it. That's one whole episode of the Raid series, and hopefully you guys have enjoyed it so far. So full playthrough, we'll be going all the way up to the Kappa container. It takes me around 100 episodes last season. Might take a little bit more because we're going to do a bit more PvP focus this one. But my game knowledge is always increasing, and I'm trying to improve stuff. So hopefully be more and more efficient. As for the episode, please comment, like, and subscribe. Subscribing notification bell just comes out Monday to Friday every single week until completion. So if you want to know exactly when they come out, it's the same time every day, Monday to Friday. But on top of that, liking and commenting and sharing it with your friends. If someone's new to Tarkov, share them the Raid series. Hopefully it'll help them out a lot. I also have a new player guide available. I'm constantly updating all those guides. So if you're new to Tarkov, you can learn the information there. But it does mean a lot that you guys watch these episodes and you comment and all that. It goes a long way to helping with discoverability. And I try my best to read the comments, and my editors make sure my editors read the comments for any information you guys think that would be cool to add. So anything you like in a video, comment. If you don't dislike something, be constructive about it, and we'll keep making these as best as we can for you guys. So wrap it up. Thanks for watching another episode. Smash the shit out of the like button, subscribe, notification bell, comment what you like and dislike and all that good stuff. And lastly, guys, I'll see you next time.